Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Danmachi Season 4 Part 2 episode number 8 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, a few things happened. First of all, the Xenoses, they started helping us out. Obviously, not letting everybody know, like the people who know that they're helping us out, they know. People like Oka, Chigusa, who have no clue about the Xenoses, for them, the whole narrative was like, oh, they are probably some special monsters, like some anomalous monster. Like they use like a specific term for them, irregular monster, yeah. So that is probably why they're attacking the enemies. Like that was the thing that they went with. And Subaki's team comes in, and the Xenoses, get to know from Mari that Bell is way down. So the Xenoses tell Lily to go further down, and they're going to help them out, like from a distance by clearing out the road for them. And so yeah, Subaki's here. The girls from the Hostess of Fertility is there. Everything. The whole Lily's team is very solidified now. Now they can go in quite quickly and easily. So that's a good thing. The bad part was that Bell and Ryu's team got even weaker and weaker. They got through a lot of difficult situations. For example, there was that thing with the poison that Bell got stung with that poison from, I forgot the name of the monster. And thankfully, having Welf's weapon, which was made of unicorn horn, he was able to take out the poison. And there was a lot of other situations which made them even weaker and lose more strength, but they they persevered and they reached a part where there's like a colosseum. Now nobody knows what that is. Let's see in this episode what happens. And yeah, let us get started. This is episode number 8. Yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles on the timer here. Sync it whichever is your preference, and let's begin. Right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Ideals versus reality. Great. Okay. True. That's true. Make a truth that's acceptable to you. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, fine. More experience. Hmm. Yeah. Knowledge to wisdom. Very good. Mhm. Okay. We still haven't seen Lady, Goddess Astrea. I'm guessing she's going to appear in the end, probably at the end. Like I know her because I'm currently playing the game, but like in the anime, she's still not here. Hmm. Okay, Arena Colosseum. Okay, what is this about? Why is there like a Colosseum in the middle of the dungeon? Like, look at this place. Like a white passageway, and there's like a what the hell is this? All right. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. Wow. So wait, so we need to go through this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Can't go through the normal route. Oh, so either short but quick and dangerous. This is like a shortcut, but it's dangerous. That type of thing. Oh, oh no. Huh. I don't think. Yeah. So stealth. Oh, maybe we have something to mask our smell or something? There you go. Yeah, yeah. Oh, ew. Yeah. Mm. Remember what Lyra was talking about? Making knowledge into wisdom? Yeah. Yep, there you go. Appropriate. Yeah. Shape of the normal. Hmm. Three. Not much. In case of emergency. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh, here we go. Yeah, and that'll be bad since we'll be like in the middle of the Colosseum, and if they notice, then it's over. Oh my god, this. Oh my god! Wow. Good god. Oh, oh my god, all these people died. Ooh. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. It's just rocks falling. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my, okay, this is actually scary. And this is barely the start. We still haven't reached the Colosseum. Oh god. Okay. Oh, they're fighting. Okay. Well, this is great. Hopefully, no one attacks them. Wow. And this is why it's a Colosseum. Wow. They die, and another one just takes their place, and it continues. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Probably not. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. Damn. Oh wow. Another one was just going to. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, was that the Colosseum that she was talking about? Ah, the Zeus and the Hera familiar. Dungeon was testing something. Interesting. Oh, damn. Oh my god! Oh no! What the hell? Oh my god! Just like that. Nah, everyone's going to get. Wow, that was abrupt. I was not expecting it happening like that. Oh, well, at least we covered a little bit of distance. Now we gotta run. Yeah. Oh, yeah, everyone's going to. Wow. Oh, gotta destroy these. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my god. Uh, oh. Okay, here we go. One. So one with Bell, one with Ryu. Two more left. Yeah, there's no end. Oh god. Oh. Oh, what the? So, okay, so we can. Uh, oh, she started. Okay, that. Oh. Okay, so one more left. Well, in front of you? Yeah. Oh my god, come on. Like, wait, what the? Oh, is she going to. She's going to break the. Oh my god. She's going to break the bridge. Or something like that. Oh, wait, what? Oh my god. Oh yeah, she broke the bridge and at the same time she pushed Bell towards the other side. Oh god. Well, this is what Ryu always planned because she thought that. Oh, Oh boy. Okay, he's trying to do something. Oh, so she came down. I feel like Bill is going to take another route, the other route that she said, and come back or something. Or I don't know. Interesting how that skeleton has a like a shield thing, like a rib in the hand. Oh my god. Oh, mm. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So, like I said, he's going to come from the other direction. He used the remaining blaze rock to destroy it. Oh wait, no. Oh, he used firebolt. Okay, he has the blaze rock still. Yeah, like I said, that's what he did. Oh, there we go. Argonaut. Yeah. So he's using that. Okay, now this will bring a big explosion because it's infused with Argonaut. Well, that's the hero. Yeah. Oh boy. Here we go. And oh, this is going to blow the whole place up. Oh. Oh wait. Okay, that's where it ended. That's a weird way to end. Okay. Well, so I'm interested in seeing what's going to happen to the Colosseum from here onwards. Because if you, like, in the beginning, they tell us that this is such a place even the Loki familiar tries to avoid. So it'll be kind of impressive if Bell actually, like, is able to destroy the Colosseum or something like that he does. Which will be, I guess you could see, like, one of a really impossible feat because even the Loki family avoids it. But let's see. I don't know. Let's see because I'm getting the feeling that something will happen to the Colosseum, like an actual like an effect. But maybe not. Maybe for a momentary amount, the enemies will get killed, and it'll take a while for them to come back. So within that time, Bell will take Ryu and run out from here. Okay, that's it. So this episode, we begin with again a little bit of like like a recollection from Ryu, a story about the Astrea Familia. And today's episode, we get to meet. We've met her before, but we properly get to like listen to Lyra, or Lyra, whatever you call her. And she is the Palum of of the group, the Astrea Familia, and she's the type of person you can see who is way more like like she has a lot of knowledge. Like, she uses those knowledge for, as Ryu says later on, blackmailing, stuff like like shady stuff. But at the same time, those are stuff like like those are the knowledge that she uses to, I guess, like for the betterment of everyone. So even though her like way of doing things are kind of shady, but the result is a positive result she tries to bring. And that is like her way of justice, if you think about it, because Ryu has a lot of questions about justice. Ryu's like way of looking at justice is the like following your ideals, the idealistic way, where nobody loses, nobody gets hurt, that type of like thing. While Kaguya's way of justice is completely opposite. Her is a more realistic way of justice, where like like sacrificing the few to save more, like the maximum amount. That type of justice she is. That is why always Ryu and Kaguya kind of goes head to head. While Alice's way of justice is kind of like a mixture of both. We saw that she talked to that us before in one of the previous episodes, told about it. And she says, like, what I do is I try to follow your way of justice, Ryu. However, sometimes I have to take Kaguya's way of justice as well. But like, I what Alice does is she that's the thing she does. She tries to use way of justice. If it's not like not successful, she uses Kaguya's way of justice. That is a more realistic approach. And like that type of, she doesn't stop trying to get the best result. That type of justice she has. However, we can see Lyra's way of justice here is, yeah, make any type of knowledge, use of any type of knowledge, be it some kind of a shady knowledge, be it something else, blackmailing, these type of things. If you think about it, blackmailing is kind of knowledge, knowing about your enemy and blackmailing them. I guess that's one type of knowledge. So her way of justice is that, where she makes uses of anything, everything, to bring a proper result. And that's Lyra. And we can see Ryu is asking her, like, and Lyra here talks to her about this situation, and kind of gives her a little bit of like a what's that word, a little bit of like a what's that word, advice. Yeah, a little bit of an advice. She says, like, whether something's true or correct is ultimately up to each of us to decide. So make a truth that's acceptable to you. And okay, and then after that she kind of says that she talks about her skills, the art of negotiation via blackmail, and a plethora of intimidation techniques. That's her knowledge, and that's what she taught Rue. Surefire ways to win a bet, plus how to cheat. Oh boy. Okay, then here we go. This part. She says, "Listen to me, Leon. Knowledge is your weapon. Information is your friend. Everything that I've taught you may very well save your ass someday." Yeah. it's tough to wrap your head around it. I get it, but it's better than being clueless. And there's no rush. Try to turn your knowledge into wisdom. And that was the theme of this whole episode, knowledge into wisdom, where we get to see later on Ryu trying to do that to Bell and help him out to save his life. And yeah, if you can do that, then you might end up saving someone else's ass someday. There you go. And that's like that's the memory of Lyra that Ryu remembers. Now after that, we get to the part where we get introduced to the Colosseum. Ryu comes to the realization that, oh, this is the Colosseum, and she tells us what this whole thing is about. So as its name sounds like, it is basically a Colosseum where monsters fight each other, and there's no end to them. It's like a perpetual battle continuing one after the other. Like it's just not stopping. Whenever a monster dies, another one comes and takes its place some way or the other. So this is like a miniature dungeon. That's what she says. So okay, perpetual supply, a miniature condensed version of the dungeon itself, which is interesting. So as we all obviously know, the dungeon in itself is living. So basically what the dungeon does is it gives birth to the monsters, and when the monsters die, the dungeons gives more birth to monsters, and monsters spawn back. That's what happens in the dungeon. However, it takes time for them to spawn back, especially bigger monsters, that is floor bosses and stuff. They take way more time to spawn back because they're huge and they're strong, and they're they're like the mini bosses. So that's basically the dungeon. So I'm guessing this little Colosseum, it's kind of a condensed dungeon. That is why the supply rate is so huge. That type of a thing where, since the surface area is smaller, it can bring out monsters way quicker than the huge dungeon itself. The dungeon itself is huge. That's why it takes so much time to maintain itself and give spawn back monsters, and the monsters are spread out more. The monsters are more spread out because the dungeon is big. However, since this is like a small little place, all the monsters are condensed in one place, and after one dies, another one just immediately comes out because the whole thing is not spread out. It's a small little place, which I'm kind of thinking of it like that. I think that's basically the theory why these monsters just spawn back immediately, because of that, because it's a small place. The monsters don't need to be spread around. They're like condensed in one place, so if one dies, one immediately comes out, that type of thing. Either way, so that's why it's like a perpetual battle going on over and over again. Someone comes, monster comes, attacks one of the monsters, they die, another one comes and takes its place, and this goes on. So that's what's happening, and even the Loki Familia actually try to avoid this. This is the most dangerous area on the 37th floor. And so here Ryu was like, and we need to actually go through this, because we need to reach the normal route, we need to go through this part, and we cannot go through the side doors. We need to go to the opposite door, and that's obviously the maximum distance you need to cover, because once you go to the opposite door, there's a bridge, and you can take that and go to the normal route. However, if you try to take the side route, there'll be another maze which will obviously connect to the main route, yeah, but it's way more complicated, and there'll be a lot more difficulties over there. I think that was the explanation that you had. And now here's the thing, I was kind of wondering, then what was the point? They try to go through that door. However, their identity comes out, and all the monsters try to get to them, gets lured to them. So I was thinking, maybe it would have been better if we took the risk and took the side door to go. Because what was the point then? Trying to go through that door, even if it would spend it would reduce a little bit of time and make it easier for us to go there by following the bridge. Maybe we shouldn't have taken that risk and maybe gone through the side doors, which would make the journey a little bit quicker, and we can get out of the Colosseum quicker. Yeah, obviously after that we'll have to go through a little bit of maze, but that's fine. But then I realized the reason, this is what I think that actually happened. as soon as their identity came out, all the monsters started getting lured into them. So even the monsters from the side maze, they also came in, I think. And that is why later on, when Belle comes through the side maze and comes through the side door, Belle was able to have a smooth experience because all the monsters in that side maze got lured in towards Rue. So I think that is what happened, because I was wondering how did Belle, how did Belle actually survive that? Because he went through the main route, where Ryu blew up the bridge, and Belle then came back through the side route. But Ryu said that the side route is a lot more complicated and troublesome. There will be obviously monsters there, you have to fight them. So the best way to go is through the main bridge. So I was wondering how was Belle able to come back through that. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably because of that. Because as soon as the identity got exposed, all the monsters, even from the side maze, they came into side the Colosseum and tried to go and attack Rue, which made the side mazes empty, which made it easier for Belle to come through the side maze and blow up apart the door and get in and save Rue. Like, that's my interpretation, I think. Anyways, after that, okay, so Ryu gives Belle a little bit of talks about him, like where to go, like brings out the map, teaches him what to do, everything that she does, kind of makes a little bit of a rough sketch of the Colosseum, tells him what they are supposed to do, and what we will be doing here is not directly making contact with them. We will be doing this stealthily. So what we have to do is make a camouflage. We have a skull sheep rope, their skin, that's going to keep us covered. And we also have what was that she said, a barbarian's heart, which we are going to squish and put the smell on us so that the enemies are not able to identify us. So these two things we have, so no problem. And we can see here that obviously Ryu is using all of these knowledge which she taught herself, obviously, and Lyra taught her as well. And she's this is going to help Belle and Ryu to survive today. And this is what she meant by turning with knowledge to wisdom, and that's exactly what she's doing. So, and she tells that to Belle as well, like this is this is turn your knowledge into wisdom. And yeah, if you can apply it under appropriate circumstances, you'll be better at helping others. And yeah, so there you go. Now Ruel also kind of adds that so long as you don't wander around one of the side paths, we should reach the adjoining tunnels. We have 3 blaze rock left, so 1 for you, 2 for me, and just in case. And she gives it to him, and there you go. We are ready. Underneath the the skull sheep's robe, little by little, Belle and Rue slowly goes towards the Colosseum. And yeah, this was kind of very scary. Like imagine going through a situation like this where there's literally enemies, monsters in front of you, not 1, not 2, at least 30 of them, and you're actually just going past them. Like, this reminded me of like those short video game segments. Like most video games have, most video games which has stealth in it has these type of segments where you need to kind of stealthily go and kind of not alert the enemy and go from one place to another, that type of thing. Like most video games which have stealth mechanics in it has that. So it's kind of reminded me of that, where the enemies were like literally in front of them. And yeah, so there was times when it felt as if they're going to get exposed. For example, there was one time when the rocks started falling on top of them and they just stopped. The enemies were like looking up, and then they started doing their own thing again. Belle almost spoke out, and Ryu stopped him from doing that, and all these things. And then yeah, we get into the Colosseum. Inside the Colosseum, we see the enemies just trying to kill each other, and yeah, they're attacking each other, like very type of enemies. There was like kobolds, there was, I think, barbarian, that's what they called those bigger things. There were skeletons, like everything, like werewolves, whatever you call them. All these monsters were there, and they're just fighting each other. And interesting to see how the different monsters were actually ganging up and attacking. Like you see the skeletons, they were actually ganging up together and attacking those barbarians or whatever you call them, which kind of makes you think that, oh, they at least have that, you know, they at least have that, like, intelligence that, oh, this guy, he's a skeleton, me, I'm also a skeleton, so we should work together, that type of thing. They at least have that amount of intelligence or something like that, I guess. Because you could see none of the, like, monsters who were of the same race were attacking each other. They, all of the same race monsters were ganging up together and they were attacking other monsters together. Like, it's like a team battle that was going on. So that's kind of interesting if you think about it. Like, I wonder why that was happening. They have like some sort of a camaraderie between each other, even though they're just fighting to the death. Anyways, based on race, the camaraderie based on race. Skeletons are working together with skeletons, and the other races are working together with each other, and that type of thing. Anyways, so yeah, so we get in and we are like, all right, we need to go through here. That is the door. So let's go. And they start walking, and again, like, multiple times the monsters came very close to them. And there was one time when one of the wolf things, the kobold or whatever they are, comes in at just in front of them, looks at them, and then just goes down, leaves. And yeah, so everything was going pretty well. However, I was actually baffled to see, like, how they got exposed. Okay, before that, here's a little section where they talk about this place, and this is like a mystery of the dungeon. Bell thinks that, why does a place like this even exist in the dungeon? There's, and he remembers Aina telling this to him. There's a lot we don't know about the deep floors. I've heard stories of an area where monsters pour endlessly from the walls. Obviously, this one. Okay, so they aren't around anymore, but I'm told that adventures from the zoos and the Hera familias once reported as such. Okay, so they're the first ones to get to know. Like, if you know, Zeus and the Hera familias were the biggest familias in Orario, as far as I know. And there's a few other things I know as well, but I'm not going to tell about it because those are considered spoilers, and I basically got to know that from the game. Memoria freeze. So I'm not going to mention anything, but yeah, obviously, if you remember, Zeus is supposedly the grandfather of Bel or something like that. It was established in season 1. So okay. Now they said it was almost as though the dungeon was testing something down there. Now this is a very interesting line. The dungeon was testing something. So okay. So Bell is thinking, what are they testing? Adventurers or maybe the monsters? Okay. So here, suddenly, a freaking skeleton comes out from their back and just yanks Bell out. And I'm like, what the hell? I actually did not think something like this is going to happen. I actually thought how they were, like, because I'm pretty sure everyone expected them to get exposed. Like, this is anime we're talking about. Like, that's obviously going to happen. So I'm sure everyone who was watching this episode definitely expected them to get exposed. But didn't know how they're going to happen. It's going to happen. So I thought, like, oh, maybe how they're going to get exposed is maybe, I don't know, like Bell is going to trip or something. Maybe Ryu will make some mistake. Something like that is going to happen, and they're going to get exposed. I was not expecting a freaking skeleton to just pop out from the back and just grab Bell's leg and just yank him out. Like, what the hell was that? What was the point of the what was the point of putting the, like, the barbarian hard juice or whatever and the skull sheep fur? Like, it just recognizes immediately. Like, this is the thing, like, the monster just spawned behind them, which is just very unfortunate. If the skeleton spawned a little bit at a distance, I'm pretty sure this wouldn't have happened, but bad luck, I guess. And yeah, exposed, like, they now Ryu, obviously at this point, what could we do is just run. So Ryu is like, run, nothing else we can do. And thankfully we're like a little bit closer to the gate, to the door. So yeah, we started running, and all the monsters are coming towards this part. Belle attacks a few of them, destroys them. Ryu attacks a few of them, destroys them. Then Ryu throws one of her blaze rocks, and this part, wait a minute, who? Okay, there you go. Belle is the one who used firebolt. Okay, there you go. So Belle used firebolt to explode the rock, and yeah, it took out a good chunk of the monsters, but immediately a few more comes up back. And so one blaze rock already gone. One is left with Rue, one is left with Belle. So they keep killing, obviously we cannot just get distracted and keep killing them, because our goal is to get out of here. Like, they won't stop. So Ryu is like, just kill the amount necessary and then just go through them. And that's what they do. And Belle says we might be able to cross the bridge and get to the exit, but if they end up following us, and I feel like this is the section when Ryu decided that, yeah, you know what? Like, it was true. Belle was like, yeah, if they start following us, what can we do? So I'm guessing Ryu here decided that what I'm going to do is destroy the bridge. And, oh no, maybe not. Because I guess at that point, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she made up her mind there. She was like, yeah, if necessary, I'm going to do that, because the situation was pretty dicey, and Ryu always had the plan of, if some situation like this happens, she always had the plan of trying to, like, help Bell out and make him, like, save him while sacrificing herself to stall for time. That type of plan she already had. So I'm pretty sure she made up her mind that if necessary, she's going to do that here, like, here in the Colosseum. But either way, like, they start going in, and finally they reach the bridge. But unfortunate situation, the monsters are coming from outside the Colosseum as well. So basically they're stuck. In front of us there's monsters, behind there are monsters. Yeah. So Ryu makes a decision here. Ryu decides what to do, and she says that, Belle, you go for the bridge, and like, I'll try to stop the monsters at our back. And at first Belle was like, oh no, let me do it, but Ryu immediately starts chanting her spell. So Belle had no other choice but to follow the mission, follow the plan. And Belle is like, I'm going to come back, and Belle goes in front of them, attacks the enemies, while Ryu starts chanting the spell. And this part I didn't understand what happened, but now I can understand. So one of the monsters made the flame. I was wondering, I was like, how did Ryu get flame from? Where did she get the flame from? Because Belle was in front of her, over there on the other side. So, and I'm now looking at it, and I realize now the monster was the one who made the flame, and Ryu threw the blaze stone into the flame, and obviously immediately it just blew up, and the monsters died over there. And obviously Belle was like, oh, thank God, like, now, now we can do this. And after destroying the monsters in front of him, Belle looks at Ryu, and obviously Ryu knows that this is just going to keep continuing. The monsters are going to keep coming. So, and in front of Belle there's also a lot of monsters. So what she did here is she cast a luminous wind. I think that's the name of a spell. And she did two things. The first thing is, like, the wind took Belle and just blasted him out towards the other side completely, and the wind also crashed into the bridge, destroying the bridge and taking out most of the monsters. So, Belle is fine. Belle is on the other side. The bridge is destroyed. The monsters that were there, they fell down and they died. So on the other side, there's no monsters left, because all of them went down with the bridge, and Belle has been boosted out. So now, obviously, now Ryu cannot cross it, and Ryu knew that definitely. So she's like, I'm going to stall for more time here. And Belle immediately realizes what happened, and Ryu is like, yeah, you goes inside the Colosseum and starts facing the monsters. And here, like, Ryu's thought that, oh, Bell is going away, he'll be saved. Like, just like Lyra said, my knowledge helped Bell, and like, definitely he's going to, like, do this for other people as well. But like, the best thing here is that I was able to save him. And she says, once I'm no longer a burden to him, he should be able to escape the deep flows. And you will mourn my decision, no doubt. Be that as it may, you deserve to live. And like, while she was saying all of this, Belle was running. And I was like, yeah, he's definitely planning something, because in no way is he going to just run away like that, you know. And it seemed like he had a plan. And I was thinking the only plan I could think of here is that use the side route to come back. And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to do that. And since all the monsters are focused on Ryu now, the side maze or the side route probably won't have that many monsters there. So Bell can easily come inside. But obviously, after coming inside, it'll be again troublesome because there'll be a lot of monsters there. But he'll at least be able to come through the side route and get in. So that's the thing. So, and obviously Ryu didn't think of that at all. Ryu thought that Bell is going away and Bell is going to save himself. So Ryu starts, like, fighting the monsters, and in the end, like, she gets hit and she falls down, and she's like, um yeah, I'm sorry, sir, I'm sorry, like, everyone from the Hostess of Fertility, you guys gave me a life, you guys saved me, and I was not able to like, yeah, give significance to it. Okay, forgive me, sir, sorry guys, I'm squandering the life you gave me. Like, yeah, obviously Sir is the one who saved her after, I guess, she got blacklisted. Yeah, and yeah, the Hostess of Fertility took her in. So, and in her head, she's like, Alice, please. And we get to see all the familiar members. Uh, okay, pass judgment on me. And yeah, then the explosion happens. Bell comes in, and obviously Rue's like, wait, how did you get here? And then she realizes he took the side route. And yeah, how did he couldn't have. And while the right hand, yeah, he went all the way around to come and rescue me. That's what happened. And you can see that Bell has the blaze rock here, and Ryu is like, oh, get out of here, don't, you still have time to go back. And Ryu sees the Argonaut in his hand, and kind of encompassing the blaze rock, and Bell chugs the blaze rock up and shoots fireball towards it. And here Ryu remembers what Alice told him when Ryu asked that, oh, what is, like, is it possible that there, like, like, what happens if someone manages to make their ideals a reality? And Alicia said that, yeah, that's obvious, those are the people who we call heroes. And yeah, and that is Bell, I guess. And the whole place blows up, and since it's fused with Argonaut, yeah, this will be a big explosion. So I don't know what's going to happen here. Like I said, there's two ways this could go. Either the monsters will die here and it'll take a while for all of the monsters to come back. So within that time, Bell is going to grab Ryu and get out of here. Or some way or the other, the whole Colosseum will be disfigured, blown apart, or something else is going to happen that, that is going to, like, keep, like, a permanent, like, a damage, and which will probably make the monsters stop spawning or something. I don't know. So this can go these two ways. And if somehow Bell is able to actually damage the Colosseum, like I said, this will be something impressive, because that would mean that he was able to do something to the Colosseum that even the Loki Familia tries to avoid. Like, that'll be something impressive if that happens. But I don't know. I doubt that's going to happen. But let's see. Next episode we'll get to see. But either way, there you go. And yeah, so Ryu is safe now, but obviously their situation is not good at all still. They're still stuck here, and like, a lot of their energy went away fighting all these monsters, and like Ryu trying to save Bell and Bale coming back. With all that things, there a lot of their energy went down even more. So it'll be even more difficult to go, like like, yeah, they're closer to the 36th floor, but still to continue it'll be way more difficult than it was. And hopefully Lily's team and Subaki's team, they are able to come, and maybe the Xenoses will come as well, and they'll reach us quicker than we are able to, like, yeah. So there you go. And I feel like this is what's probably going to happen. Like, I feel like, what episode? It's episode 8, isn't it? How many episodes does this have? 13 or 12? Whichever. I feel like up until the final 2 episodes, Bell and Ryu is still going to continue. Even when they're like left with no energy, they're still going to continue. And in the final 2 episodes, they'll probably lose all like energy, and they'll probably think that, oh, we won't be able to survive, and Ryu and Bell will probably give up or something. And then is when Lily's team and Tsubaki and the Xenos will probably arrive, and they'll save them or something like that. I don't know, maybe that's what's going to happen. That is one possibility of happening, because obviously I feel like it's not possible, like at this stage, for Bell and Ryu to still continue going, because, like, just look at them, like, what else, like, it's crazy. And they're at the 36th floor, there's still more to go, I think. And yeah, and that is where it ended. There you go, that is it. That is my reaction to episode number 8. This was a really good episode, and I have to say that yeah, like I don't know, like, this whole Colosseum was kind of interesting. There's a very interesting feature about the dungeon, and there's little mystery surrounding it as well. But at the same time, like, it's a, like, who knows, like, there's so many things in this show that doesn't have a proper explanation, but it's kind of mysterious. And I feel like those things are probably going to come into light later on in the future. And yeah, like, the whole thing with the dungeon, like, I don't know, like, there's so many questions I sometimes think about in Danmachi. For example, like, I feel like these questions have already been answered. I just don't know. Maybe in the light novel or maybe in the game. That is like, who made the dungeon and what is the purpose of it? Like, all these things, like, all these questions. I think they have been already answered. I probably just forgot, even if I heard it, or I just don't know, because yeah, something like that. There's like so many questions I have, like, what's the purpose of the dungeon? Why does the dungeon exist? Like, what's the point of it? And it's kind of interesting to see that the dungeon in itself is like a living thing, where it just brings out monsters, and it's like a give and take relationship. Like, the adventurers come, they destroy monsters, they level up, and the monsters are again, like, spawn back, and it's like a like, the dungeon is supporting the adventurers in that way, like, by giving drop items, by increasing their strength, leveling them up. Like, very interesting to think about it in that way, if you think of it, because just imagine what would happen if the dungeon never existed. How would the adventurers level up? And like, how would they get drop items and all that? These type of questions. Anyways, enough about that. Thanks for watching. This was my reaction to episode 8 of Danmachi season 4 part 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next week with another episode of Danmachi. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.